What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? The plot thickens. As we continue to demand justice for Breonna Taylor, new information regarding the raid on her home and the subsequent investigation continues to surface. It was recently revealed that the drug suspect officers were looking for when they raided Breonna's home and fatally shot her was offered a plea deal last month to name Breonna Taylor as a drug trafficker. Jamarcus Glover, the focus of a series of Louisville police raids, including one in which officers shot and killed Breonna Taylor, was offered a plea bargain last month if he would admit that Breonna was a member of his organized crime syndicate, records show. As a part of the July 13 offer, Glover was to acknowledge that over a period of time through April 22nd, he and several co-defendants, including Breonna, engaged in organized crime by trafficking large amounts of drugs into the Louisville community. Glover, a convicted felon with a history of drug trafficking, turned down the plea offer from the Jefferson Commonwealth's attorney's office. It would have resulted in a possible 10-year prison sentence for charges of criminal syndication, drug trafficking, and gun charges. If he had taken the plea, Glover could have possibly been released on probation instead of serving prison time. That decision would have been left up to the sentencing judge. Fam, check it out. These people, if they had spent more time working on the case instead of trying to manufacture a case, perhaps you wouldn't have had a 26-year-old woman murdered in her bed at her own house by the police, who are supposed to be, riding around, protecting people, preventing crime instead of committing crime. I told y'all, fam, it's a lot more to this story, and this is one of the main reasons why the Attorney General, the black dude, Sambo ain't you heard. This is why he won't bring charges on those officers. Because if they go down, more dominoes go down. I'm telling you, fam, it's way deeper. And I think that it's so deep that we'll never really know the true story behind it. But what I do know, or at least I suspect, and I'm pretty good at stuff like this. I personally believe that the police went there with the intention of killing Breonna Taylor. Keep in mind, fam, I recently reported that a report was leaked, a memo was leaked that talked about how this guy, Joshua, had a previous relationship with Breonna, some type of friendship, whereas she actually bonded him out of jail in 2019. He also was linked to phone calls with her, at least 3 phone calls in February of 2020. Then when he got his car towed by the police, he filed a grievance against a particular police officer, and he used Breonna Taylor's phone number as a point of contact. That right there, in my opinion, establishes motive. You know what? Who are your people? We want all your people. Whoever connected to you, we're going to bring them down. We're going to make it hard on anybody you mess with, anybody you deal with, anybody you love. I can guarantee you that there are others who have been wrongly convicted, who are not speaking up because they're scared to death. In these small towns, Louisville is not as big as some of the major cities. It's like a small, big city, right? That's what Louisville is. But they have a different way of doing things, and a lot of things that they do go unchecked. They really do ride on those who are less fortunate. They're spending all of this time trying to put a record on a woman with no record. This is a woman who works in the emergency room. She's 26 years old. No record. Never been in trouble before. All of a sudden, she's part of a criminal enterprise in the middle of a pandemic. Come on, fam. I don't know what their grievance was with Breonna Taylor, but I suspect that they purposely murdered that woman. Keep in mind, fam, they went to her house with a no-knock warrant. The guy that they're looking for is already in custody. They went to her house with a no-knock warrant. Her boyfriend fires a warning shot. They don't kill the boyfriend. They kill her. After they kill her, they don't stick around for detectives. They don't stick around for the coroner. They dip. Family. Does that sound like the work, the actions, the behavior of cops who are just doing their job? No, not unless their job is to put hits out on citizens. Now, all of this new information is coming out because they tried to stack the deck against Breonna so that they could get those officers off. Ironically, by trying to cover their asses, they ended up showing their asses. R.I.P. Breonna Taylor. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?